Hi there, Lawrie. Yeah, it's your birthday, and my Lawrie says that we have to celebrate it in the non-traditional way. That is to say, I can't go to the store, spend $2, get a card that says "Happy birthday, have a nice day." Job done. You know, too easy. And you deserve so much more. But she said if I did the video, it had to be brief, which of course I can't be brief. So I looked for help. I asked John Lennon to help me with this. And what he said was, some think that you're a dreamer, but I don't think you're the only one. And if we all lived our life with the grace that you have, then this world could certainly be as one. I've always been very touched by you. I think you are an exceptional person, and that you have set such an example of grace and dignity in how you've conducted your life, that our children will forever, your children, the grandchildren, all who have known you, will forever benefit for having known you. Have a beautiful day. We love you very much. Happy birthday.
Hi Aunt Lawrie, wishing you a happy birthday and many, many more. I hope you have a great night. Bye-bye.
Aunt Lawrie, I've known you for 58 years. I think my first recollection is arriving in asbestos to John skiing down a hill, or having skied down a hill. His nose was covered in blood. But that was my first skiing experience. That led to a trip in a green Chevy down the highway to Toronto with 3 or 4 adults, 4 or 6 kids. Remember, I had the lower seat on the passenger floor at one point. The premium spot was up on the up by the back window. Not challenged with that enough, we proceeded to get a smaller car, the Anglia, that we had up at Lake Joe, and so we added to that crew 2 babysitters and laundry bags and headed up to Parry Sound every weekend. I'd be surprised if someone else doesn't tell that story. Remember, we did get to get ice cream in a candy store down the road from the laundromat, but those were adventurous times, as you know. So Aunt Laura was there for the beginning of 2 great loves of mine, cottage country and skiing, and also a big part of the love we share for Nunavut and our family up there. It's great that folks could be here for this. We shared good times and bad. We have more good times than bad times, and they're carrying on here. Aunt Lawrie is cool. She's together, she's adventurous, she's so kind and so giving, and she saw the Beatles. As I prepared these notes, a bunch of memories flooded back into me from Willowdale Heights, being in the basement, the bikes with the guys. Andrew was a little kid that we picked on. The many Thanksgivings and Easters and even Christmases when we all spent times together. Would that they return someday. Happy 80th, Aunt Lawrie. You're a matriarch now, so stick around. We love you. I love you very much. You've been there all the time for me. So to your good health. Cheers.
Oh, hey there. Beautiful day, isn't it? Looks like we got some Class 4 rapids coming up ahead. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to run them.
Hey Lawrie, happy birthday. I hope you're having a great day. I'm just messaging you here now from London, Ontario, not too far. As you can see, I've done a great job decorating the walls of my room. I just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. Love you very much and hope to see you soon. Okay, bye.
Hi Lawrie, happy birthday. I really can't believe that you're turning 80, and one thing I never understood is how you're the oldest of the 3 girls. You always look the youngest, you still look the youngest, and you look younger than me, which really pisses me off. One of my favorite memories was when Jane was in the hospital in North York General, and we were pretty sure that that was when she was going to peg out, and they had her on morphine, and I had brought her some meals, and she was regaling stories of one thing and another, but one highlight was when she was actually working in North York General, And consulting with all the surgeons and saving lives, and every time she told us another anecdote, you were about 5 feet from her and you go, oh, she's crazy. She's never worked here. And I was horrified. I thought, Lawrie, she's going to hear you. But she didn't hear you, and you knew exactly what was going on, and you gave her such care, such continued care for so many years. You're really a trooper. Anyway, you're one of a kind, and I celebrate your birthday with you. Cheers.
Happy birthday, Aunt Lawrie. I just wanted to say that you are without question the coolest great aunt of all time. I can remember ever since Sydney and Will and Hartley and I were little kids, we would always comment on how cool you were dressed, or how you always knew the hip new things that we would be talking about, or whatever it may be. You're so easy to talk to and catch up with, whether it's been years or months or days since we've last seen each other or spoken. It's always so fun to catch up with you, and I would not trade that for anything in the world. So have an awesome birthday, and hopefully many more, and hopefully I get to see you soon and catch up again, because you are the best, and like I said, no question, the coolest great aunt any of us could possibly have. Happy birthday, Aunt Lawrie. Much love.
80 years old. I think my fond memory and story is when she came to Alphabet for Christmas. Don was here with her, and they decided they just had to sleep in an igloo. And I said, you know, Mom, I've never even slept in an igloo. But she and Don were determined. So we got Jimmy Mukba, my best friend's father-in-law, to take them out. And then at the last minute, they couldn't, or he couldn't go, so he got someone named Pugato to go and take them out by dog team. Yeah, it had to be by dog team too. And they were going to go for the day, sleep in an igloo, and come back the next day. Not very many people go out in December. Nah, it's a little too cold. But we got them caribou clothes and everything to keep them warm. And off they went. And of course it started snowing and a bit of a blizzard. Next day we're starting to wonder if we should get the search party out. And around 4, I think, or late afternoon, we see them coming back before we got the search party out for them. And I remember taking pictures through our big window, and it was blowing snow and the visibility was really bad, but they made it back. And they had a lot of stories to tell. And you know, Mom, I never did tell you. Bugata was so nervous, he forgot to bring a gun. So if there had been a bear, I don't know if you would have reached your 80th birthday. So anyway, that's my story, and I wish you the best day. Love you, Mom.
Hi, Lawrie. I mean, Aunt Lawrie, great Aunt Lawrie, all the Lawries. I'm sitting in a car waiting for a ferry to go on a canoe trip, and very excited about it. Wish I could be there with all of you guys. I can hear cars starting, so I'm probably gonna have to go in a sec. But just wanted to say happy birthday and love you very, very much. And I will be back in cottage country this summer and would love to come visit up north and have some Georgian Bay time. Love you all. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hello there. Happy birthday. I remember another of your birthdays when I was quite young, and in fact we were living on Chatsworth, and I'd given you a birthday card, which you were quite tickled that I had done that, and you opened it up and read, "Happy birthday to my Aunt Lawrie." You thought it was hysterical that I had misspelled aunt, and you teased me about it, which was fine because I knew I was a terrible speller. But the whole time you were teasing me, I must say I was thinking, but maybe a nut is more appropriate. So that's my birthday memory of you. Thinking about what else I might say on this video, those summers that we spent at our cottage when we were all young kept coming to mind, and probably because they were among the most spectacular of my life. I'm sure that my cousins and my siblings would agree. And I particularly remember at this time canoe rides that you and I would take by ourselves. I remember on one canoe ride you telling me that probably the first people who would have paddled on that lake would have been able to do it silently by keeping the blade of their paddle in the water through their entire stroke. And I thought that that was pretty cool. And honestly, it wasn't until I started thinking about what I might say on this video that it occurred to me, maybe you telling me that people paddled silently was because you would hope that I would stop talking on those canoe rides. Anyway, I'm sorry if I was disturbing the peace, but I very much appreciate having learned that little piece of history from you. I also wanted to tell you about another canoe ride memory that I have when we were paddling very close to the shore and we were really looking carefully at where the water met the land and the rocks sloping into the water with the moss and the little shrubs of the undergrowth and leaves and sticks and so on. And you told me that fairies lived there. Well, I was old enough to be pretty sure that there weren't fairies there. But at the same time, I remember thinking, what a paradise. What an absolutely perfect place to live if you were a fairy. So, I am so fortunate that I still paddle that same shoreline. And I still think about those fairies. So I want to thank you very much for that magic. That's it. Happy birthday, Aunt Lawrie.
Hey Luke, say happy birthday, Noni. Happy birthday, sending you lots of kisses.
Hi Aunt Lawrie, it's Hartley. Happy birthday. And I just wanted to thank you so much for letting me grow up with Jackson, who gave me one of the best pieces of advice I've ever received, which was, when I'm skiing, if I don't fall at least once a day, I'm not trying hard enough. Thanks again, Aunt Lawrie.
Hi Grammy, thank you so much for always sharing your passion for the outdoors with me. I always love hearing about your stories of trips to the Nahanni and road trips down south, and thank you so much for teaching me how to paddle at such a young age, and I'm happy that I can now share that with Rebecca and Luke. Thank you always for making Rebecca feel like part of the family. I'm so happy to be able to celebrate your 80th birthday with you tonight. We love you.
Happy birthday, Graham. My fondest memory of you when I was a kid is when we would go up to the cottage, Mark and I, for a week or two, and we would spend that time with you and Don and his grandkids. And I just remember having so much fun up there, spending the days outside, learning how to kayak, how to sail, and how to canoe, all that fun stuff. And I just remember just learning about the outdoors, and spending that time with you was always so much fun. And I look back and I really, really love that time, and I cherish it. So happy birthday. So glad to be able to celebrate this with you. And happy birthday.
I love Grandma because of her cooking. I love Grandma because she's funny. I love Grandma because of her music. I love Grandma because she works hard. I love Grandma because she likes us. I love Grandma because she has lots of energy. I love Grandma because she works hard. Because she watches ball hockey.
You hit the goal, get hurt the goalie. You get to play next.
Yeah.
I just want to thank Lawrie for producing such a magnificent son in Andrew. He's a wonderful husband and father, so you must have done something right in raising him. So Thank you, and here's to Grammy. Who loves Grammy? I do! I do!
When I was your age, boys, Grammy would listen to music Saturday mornings, Downchild Blues Band, maybe some Jerry Jeff Walker, and she would do the, what was it, John?
The White Tornado.
That's right, and that's what we do when we're cleaning the house. We turn up the music and we listen to usually some blues or some really good music, and we all clean the house together, just like Grammy used to do. And so we'd like to thank Grammy for just being Grammy. And you know what, Grammy? You're with us all the time. Everywhere, your spirit is wonderful. And we love you. Happy birthday, Grammy!
Hi, Mom. I want to share some memories I have of you and for your this special occasion. Remember when I was a kid, maybe 4 or 5, your dedication, where I skinned my knee and I was walking down the street and reached the driveway in Webb Street and I was crying. You guys were looking out the window and you came running out the door and down the driveway and tended to my knee. And then I tried it again maybe a week later. Didn't really have a skinned knee, but I figured I'd cry a bit when I got down to the end of the driveway. And he came running out, realized it was a ruse. But I'll always remember, the kind words and care. And me being the character, I tried it again for the 3rd time, and you didn't come down the driveway. But anyway, that's one of the memories I have of you. And then of course we had many more and as we grew up. And I remember your dedication to us, 3 boys. And I remember you saying one day that you'd stand behind us thick and thin, your boys. And that holds true for your friends too. Never met anybody who had so many friends. And to this day, the constant notes of gratitude are coming through the door. Your friends thanking you for your kindness and goodwill. And the sense of humor too. And where we relate the minutiae of everyday life to episodes of Seinfeld. And we get good laughs there. There are just so many anecdotes that we could go through. But ones I mentioned are the ones that stand out to me day in and day out. I love you, Mom. Happy birthday.